Hey, Struggle Lines. In this video, I'm going to walk through these commands in AutoHotkey. We're dealing with controls, and so we're just going to start off with getting the text from controls, setting them, and then a couple different ways you can set the text using this control set text. Well, these commands here. There are other ways which I will cover later. I'm trying to group them together in things that make sense to me. So first off, if you haven't seen already, go watch the Simple Spy. This is the tool Maestro and I built that we're leveraging in it. And so let's say I wanted to set the text here in this notepad control. So the control is edit1 and my class is HK notepad. So I'm going to borrow this because I can probably type edit1 without a problem here. Hopefully. But let's say, let's get the actually, let's set the text because there's nothing there. So control set text. Now with the control, that's going to be edit1. Now that, again, that's the first instance of the class edit, just so you understand it. It does, I think, help a little understanding some of this stuff. The new text is going to be, oops, no quotes, sorry. Wow, this is cool. And then we want to put in what the overarching window. I could, I think, put in like untitled space dash notepad, right, when I'm getting up here. But of course, if that thing changed, which it often does, that wouldn't connect. So I like using, oh, I grabbed the wrong one. This still should work. The HK EXE notepad should still be fine. I prefer on average using this class, the notepad overall window, but let's give this one a whirl here. I'm gonna save it, launch it, and run it. So there, I just programmatically updated that, and the reason why, again, controls are great using this type of control set text and this and that is great is it doesn't interfere. I can be typing, I can do whatever. Notepad doesn't even have to be visible, let alone active and on my screen. And so this is why I really want to emphasize using controls are great. Again, this could have been HK underscore class, and it's notepad, right? I don't think the caps matter. So this is cool. Second try. Rerun. Oh, does the capitalization matter? There it goes. And I want you to notice one other thing there was it didn't append it. It completely, because you're setting the control, right? You're not adding to it. And some of this other one, the control send will add to it. So anyway, that's for getting it. Now let's say I wanted to programmatically grab that data, right? So I'm going to cheat a little here. I'm going to copy that one. We're going to change this to control get text. And this one actually, Studio's not refreshing. Let me hit a button here, refresh it now. All right, so that's my new output variable. So I'm going to put var there. I should have actually inserted a comma because this is going to be the control, I believe. I don't know why Studio, sometimes there we go. Okay, now it's updating. So control 1, and that should stay the same. Now, of course, I need to put this into something so we can see that we get it out. So save, reload when I run it. So it went programmatically, got this control, pulled it out, and did it. Let's stick with these two real quickly. Let's go to one other one. Let's say font. Let's say you wanted to programmatically set something in here. I can come up. We'll look at that. Here, I might expand the tree to help me go, oh, this is the edit field. There's the combo box, which is the whole thing, right? I want to edit, or if I want to jump to fonts. Oh, that's just the label. Sorry. Let's go. Here's the font. So let's say I wanted that one to be Cooper, right? So I'm going to highlight that. So that is my edit 2 of this. Now notice this is now this pound 32770. You'll see that a lot in Windows, older Windows programs. They use that in a lot of things. So I'm going to comment that out. Let's duplicate that. That is edit 2. And this, hopefully I always do that. So there we go. So, oh, and this is going to be the text. So Cooper, I have no idea what that font is. And we don't need the message box. So I'm going to save, reload, and run. Oh, and look at that. Actually, that was edit 1. So I'm sorry. It should have been edit 1. So let me reload. So now I set that there, but notice I put Cooper here, right? And this would actually, I don't think it would cause an error in Notepad. It just wouldn't know how to interpret it. So let's duplicate this. Let's say 2. I wanted this to be bold. So I'm going to rerun it. Oh, and let's go ahead, since we've already changed that, let's make this what? Courier. Save, reload. Now notice that one is courier, bold. I could easily adjust this, right? But we're setting the text in these controls. So it's super easy, and again, it's a programmatic way to do this, which is really awesome. Now this window I think would have to exist. You can't set it. Let's try that just to be sure. So let's say I'm going to set this to these things. So let's see what we have. So we have italic in that. Yeah, I know now it can't do it, right? Because it's not. I'm going to run it, but that doesn't exist. So when I come back into here, it's still going to. Wow. Yes, that stayed the same. Sorry, I confused myself there for a minute. That's what it was. And now if I run it, it'll change them, right? Because that window doesn't technically exist, so you can't connect to it. It still doesn't mean we couldn't programmatically pop that window up, nail it real quick, and make it go away. But it does have to actually exist. It just can't be, it can be invisible. But so that is the control set text, and we did get text, those two. Let's do control send. So this, as it says here, simulates keystrokes to a window or control. This one, it's like sending keystrokes, so it's not quite as good as the other one, and it will also append. Let me comment out these and control send. Oh, misspelling. Control send, and the control will do edit. One should be that main window that we have visible, because that's what it was before. The keys are going to be hello world, so this is the stuff we're going to send, and this I'm not going to. Oh, I got rid. Here we go. This one will work. We'll borrow that. So save, reload, and now watch. So see that it says right now, wow, this is the second. Let's increase the font in this, because I know that's super tiny when you try watching this thing. Can I zoom? No, I can't. I'll do it one more. There we go. Okay, so now we're in here. And actually, look where my caret is. So my caret is at the beginning here. If I have it back here, I think it would send it here. But I think with it here, it's going to append it. So let me put in a space here after the hello world. Hopefully, it'll take that. I'm going to save, reload, and run. So notice it put in the hello world at the beginning where the cursor was, right? Or sorry, the caret was. So it is, again, it's appending, so to speak. It's inserting, and it's not replacing everything that's there. Now let me demonstrate one other thing. If I add an exclamation point to this, let's go over here. Let's put it in the next line. Come back, save, reload, run. So it didn't dump in. It tried actually hitting the Alt key, I believe. So what you can do is come in here, and you can put raw. Now if I save, reload, let's come on, next line. Save, reload, and run. So notice it throws in that exclamation point because it's a special character. And so we're sending the raw, these characters into it. So it's a way to, the other one which I read was you can do text. And I think that'll have a similar effect in the sending. Wow, was it me, or let me run that again. That seemed to be a lot faster. Yeah, interesting. I did read on some Windows, if you're sending text, adding that text parameter actually will help it. And I just realized I've misspelled hello several times. But anyway, that's a great, easy way to send things and to help understand. Speeding up things might be a little easier. The next one, just so you know, and this is one of those weird things. So there's control send raw is also a command. Now that will be like sending the raw like we did up above in here. So it's the same thing as changing this to raw. At least that's how I understand it. It's basically that. It's just they have a built-in one that, hey, I just want to send the raw stuff. So this was cool. Oops. Okay, class notepad. Let me comment out that one. Save, reload. Let's put it in the next line. Oh, I forgot my my control. There we go. So notice it still sent it raw. The exclamation point came through. So those are those 4 commands. I'm going to continue down this thread of interacting with different types of controls and how to set them and stuff. But I hope that helps. Cheers.